What's up, everybody? It's Diño The Jeweler. Today I'm making a video about the pros and the cons of being a jeweler, the ups and the downs. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so one of the pros of being a jeweler is that I do get to set my own prices, and I'm able to get paid on a regular daily basis, setting my own prices, setting my weekly goals with my own prices, setting my own rules, my terms and conditions and things like that or whatever. But the downside of that, of setting my own prices, is that everybody can't afford my prices, even if they are affordable. And that is why I offer layaway, and I'm trying to get into financing jewelry, but it is gonna be a step for me to do that, right? So yeah, me being able to wake up and say, look, I want to go ahead and run a special for these diamond grills for $3,000 when I usually charge $4,000. So now I could make my own graphic design and put that out there, right? Or I could just go on my website and then just tweak little prices and things like that. So it's like I'm a lawyer for a jewelry company, you know. But that's a pro of being a jeweler. I really get to set my own prices. All right. Let me see. The downside, a con to my own prices, like I said, is some people can't afford them. And with that being said, to go even in more depth, some people will bad talk my business, my brand to other people because they can't afford, right? And that hurts my brand when in reality, I ask most people what's their budget, right? So even when people say you should go higher in pricing so people get better quality, well, you know, higher prices mean people have to spend more money, so people get upset on that end too. So that's pretty much the pros and the cons of setting my own prices as a jeweler.
So when you get a bad review, how do you handle somebody giving you a bad review? What's your first step as a business owner?
Well, with each of my clients that I meet face to face, I'll have their names, their number, and their social media handles, right? And I will proceed to reach out to them, you know. And I'm not asking them for any more money. I'm just asking them pretty much, hey, you know, what did I do wrong, right? What could I do better, you know? And I give them my side of the story, and I hear their side of the story. So we kind of talk as adults, right? So that helps me because I'm able to work on my communication skills instead of just dodging the person, right? So I don't bash people on social media because I don't want people bashing me on social media.
So for a new client, if you have a brand new client, or maybe they got recommended to you, what's the first step before they even get in contact with you or see you physically? What's the first steps in getting a hold of you?
Well, I kind of go on the verge of how the conversation is going, and I would proceed to say something like, hey, you know, are you trying to get fitted today for a custom grill? You can meet me in person. And then I would, somewhere along down the line, I would say something like, hey, you know, I usually go by appointments, but since you're a new customer, I want you to get a feel for me first before you spend money. Or if you can be here at a certain time because I'm already at the shop, then that's okay, right? So I kind of just work on being soft with my words to them and being open into what they are going through so we can meet each other at a common ground. Some people, they don't know what time they get off or what time they can be here, this, that, and the third. But I tell them, look, if you can be here at a certain time that we agree on over the phone or whatever, then that's great, right? So I don't really like push people to do certain things, but all in all, if you are a structured individual, my appointment fee is $200, and that does go towards your total cost per se, right? So it's pretty much $100 to lock in the appointment and the time and the date, and then it's another $100 just in case I had to remold you, right? So that's kind of how I do it. So when I'm face to face with somebody, I'm able to negotiate based upon their circumstance, right? So that's kind of how I really do it.
So in terms of warranties, like how does that work with your brand? Like if somebody breaks something or something malfunctions, like if something, I don't know, like what are your warranties or policies?
There's no refunds on custom jewelry, period. Once you opt into being and getting a custom piece done, this is your piece. So if it takes me another week to finish your piece through my manufacturers, I don't mind making an accommodation, taking a few dollars off, but there's absolutely no refunds because you're custom, right? Now, if you do get a custom grill that's gold, you could probably turn it in and get cash for it, but you won't get the same amount of money that you spent originally, right? Because it's real gold. Now, if you go silver is less than gold. So as a customer, you have to know some of these things going to a jeweler, because when I come across my customers, 9 times out of 10, I am thinking that they know what they're buying and they are ready to spend money. My mind doesn't go into this person is just window shopping around for prices, and they don't know what type of jewelry they want, this, that, and the third, right? So that's kind of how I go into things. But yeah, no refunds on custom jewelry, period. Because I can't sell your custom work to someone else. It'll just be a display at that point, and I would have lost out on money, right? So just because I'm a day later than what you expected or a week later than what you expected, you don't get a full refund. I can make an accommodation to match your grill or to match your pendant or whatever type of custom work you're doing, but there's no refunds because I cannot get money back from buying the commodities. No, let me see. I can't get money back from buying the material, the tray, the putty, right? The paper towels y'all use, the wipes, the Windex for the jury table, and I can't get money back from the commodities that I buy, silver, gold, and diamonds, and I can't get money back from the post office when I pay them, whether I pay them for a week shipping or express shipping, and I most definitely can't get money back from my manufacturers when my manufacturers are Birmingham, Alabama related, Houston, Texas. I have a connect in Houston, Texas. I have Orlando, Florida, Miami, and I have China and Pakistan. So once those people are paid, there's no refunds. But like I said, if there's any delays, I don't mind making accommodations.
Okay, so if a celebrity comes to you, it's like, hey, I want pendants for my entire camp of maybe like 10 to 20 people. What does that look like for you? Like, what are your steps for that? Like, how do you design it? What's the goal? Or how do you sit down with them? Like, it don't even have to be a celebrity client. It could even be a local client.
So if they want a custom pendant for their whole entourage per se, of course I gotta know how many people and the budget, right? So let's just say the budget is $6,500, $7,500 for one pendant. I just have to multiply that times 5 or 10 or 15. But the original price will be $600 for a computer aided design. So that's a design where it's very detailed on length and width and what type of metal, right? Whether that's gold or silver, and what type of diamonds, how many diamonds, right? So that is the computer aided design. So in order for you to get a custom pendant period, you'll have to make a computer aided design. And then an STL file has to be drafted after that. So that $600 does go towards that person's total cost. So if there's 10 people and let's say the original price for one piece is $6,500, I will need half of that before I even start, right? Now with the custom Grillz, I need the majority before I start. With custom pendants, I need half before I start. But the sooner somebody pays me, the quicker I can get things done. And with custom pendants, it's usually 5 to 7 weeks, sometimes 8 to 9 weeks, business days only, not Saturdays and Sundays. But with custom Grillz, some things can take 14 to 21 business days, and sometimes maybe even 30. But the faster somebody pays me, the quicker I can get things done. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So now, just give a little motivation to the people. We know that you wear multiple hats. We know that you're an actor, artist, entrepreneur. Talk to somebody who is just now getting started into what you do. What is the first thing or first few steps that you would give them, or any motivation?
My steps that I would give them is to get acquainted with God, right? That is being more positive, looking at things on the brighter side. Get yourself a sense of identity on who you are outside of people. Number 3 will be developing good relationships with people. So you might not find doing certain things beneficial right now for other people, but in the long run that'll catch up to you, because people will be like, well, in 2026 when I met Dino, this, that, and the third, I really didn't understand what was going on, but I was just around and I just paid what needed to be paid, and then I end up being able to do XYZ. And then after that, I would say get your personal credit fixed ASAP. Use your personal credit to get you a corporation, and then your corporation can pay for your entire life and your other investments and things like that. So those are the 4 to 5 steps that I would give somebody, and then I would tell them, don't get discouraged. It takes the average business around 5 years before it starts getting recognition. And this is where I'm at right now with my brand. I'm in my 5th year, right? It's 2026. I started in 2021. I have made a lot of mistakes. I have lost jewelry in the mail. I have cracked people's grills before they came. I have gotten people's orders wrong, right? I've ran out of putty doing somebody's molding area. I've been in the midst of about to pay my manufacturer for this person Grillz to get started, and my personal lights go off. And I've been on E going to the shop. I've been stood up by clients. I've been, this person said they was going to meet me in Atlanta, and I'm sitting in Atlanta, never came. Things like that, right? Waiting on the mailman. The mailman said they're going to drop out the Grillz today. They didn't come. You get what I'm saying? So, like, right now, this video, I'm kind of, like, trying to lean towards telling people about some of my struggles as a jeweler / entrepreneur, period, right? So when you see videos of me doing what I'm doing, I have taken money out of my savings account and done other hustles. I'm not gonna be particular on those hustles, but I've done other hustles just so I can get in front of different people to up my clientele. So you have to understand that I am an independent jeweler. I don't have a big company or investors investing into me. Now I am looking for investors, right? So you can buy jewelry for my company and I get it sold and we go 50-50 on the profits. So if you're looking at this video and you want to make money off jewelry, holler at me, 659-204-8985. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. So yeah, when I do other things to make sure my customers are right first, and a lot of times I'm just waiting on the back end for my profit and my returns. CEOs really eat last.
Well, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming to talk to me.
Yeah. Hey, look, y'all tap in with me on social media. Diño The Jeweler. That's pretty much YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. My phone number is 659-204-8985. Diño The Jeweler at gmail.com. Diño'S Grillz and Jewelry at gmail.com. I'm based in Birmingham, Alabama. I ship worldwide. I got a couple virtual offices in Houston, Texas, Miami, Florida, and Atlanta, Georgia. And yeah. Okay, Mr. VS.